All righty. All right, we're Lone Rangering it this week, folks. It's just me, Brandon, swamped with work. But don't worry. Little Jakey boy has got you to take you home for your little Week 9 pick action. So, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Meet on the 50. You know what it is. It is time for our picks episode. We're on to Week 9. It is going down. It is going to be nice and easy because it is just me this week, folks. I hope you like it. I hope you can deal with it. If not, sorry, too bad. Oh, well, try again next week. But if you can, I got some good stuff for you. But how many times am I going to say but? Stop saying that. Stop it. Knock it up. All right. Let's reel it in. Sorry. We got some good stuff for you this week. We are on to Week 9. We got some good action. We got some early morning action. Guten Tag, ja, guten Tag. Yes, we got a Frankfurt Germany game going down this week, and it is a good one. But before we jump into the action, let's quickly remind you how we did last week. Alrighty, last week, Brandon and I both tied. We both went 11-5, both went 1-0 on our guaranteed victories. Me putting my faith in the Dolphins, getting the job done. Him putting his faith in the Eagles, almost letting it slip through his hands, but getting the job done. Overall for the season, that puts us at, alrighty, for Brandon, 77-45, 7-1 on his guaranteed victories. For myself, 73-49, 6-2 on my guaranteed victories. And then for our guest, 43-33, 2-3 on their combined guaranteed victories. Wipe that off the screen. Man, we're rolling. Let's get into it, baby. Let's get into it. So, starting us off on Thursday, the day of the week that football starts, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's on Prime Video. I mean, I don't know if I love that, but anyways, starting us off on Thursday, we got the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see what happens. Will Levis's second career game. Normally, you kind of come back down to earth when a team has film on you. We'll see how the Pittsburgh defense handles Will Levis's big arm. That's the thing, is are they going to make the necessary adjustments to counteract that and kind of force Will Levis, like I said, back to earth a little bit? Or is DeAndre Hopkins just going to go to lunch again? It's really all going to rely on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, because we know that the Pittsburgh Steelers offense is absolutely inept. They can't do anything. All the weapons in the world, Kenny Pickett cannot do a single thing. So I'm not really too worried about Pittsburgh's offense. It's Pittsburgh's defense that is mainly keeping them in games and winning games, i.e. TJ Watt. So the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, I fully expect to adjust. However, Brandon and I will both be going with the Titans this week. I'm going to be rolling with the Titans here, 28-24, getting the job done in a close game on Thursday. Ooh, love it. I was just checking my phone for Brandon's guaranteed victory, and I love it. Moving on to our early morning game. Frankfurt. Guten Tag, ja. Yes, it's in Germany. We got the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. We are both going with the Chiefs. Yes, we're both taking the Chiefs in Germany. Both teams traveling across the pond. Both teams are going to have that jet lag, but the Chiefs have more to prove coming off that loss. They're going to be hungrier, I believe. They're going to want it more. And not that the Dolphins aren't going to put up a good fight, but I do think that the Chiefs will come out to be the superior team, and I'm going 31-27. Chiefs getting the job done in Frankfurt, Germany. We're going to do this thing a little bit different for the morning games. We're actually going to put all the morning games up on the screen right now, and we're just going to go through them. Nice and easy. Yeah, nice and easy. So, kicking us off, we got the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon and I both going with the Ravens. I don't want to go with the AFC North. I would love for the Seahawks to knock off the Ravens, but both of us are going with the Ravens. I'm going Ravens 28-24, another 28-24 score, getting the job done there at home. Our next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Both of us taking the Cleveland Browns this week. Yes, Arizona either is going to go with Kyler Murray or their third string backup because Joshua Dobbs is now on the Arizona Vikings. So, come on. We're going to go the Browns at home. I'm going Browns handling business. I'm going 31-17. Browns getting the job done there at home. Our next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling. You're tiptoeing it. You're tiptoeing it, Houston. You hear me? You're tiptoeing the line. You lose this one, we're bringing it back. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling down to Houston to take on the Houston Texans. Both of us believe, we're thinking alike this week, both of us believe that the Texans are going to get a bounce-back victory there at home against the Buccaneers. Not to say that Baker Mayfield isn't actually playing very well. Baker Mayfield is playing surprisingly well. So good for Baker Mayfield, good for Mike Evans, good for Chris Godwin, who has actually silently been his best weapon. Not to say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can't get the job done. I do think they're in Houston. I do think the Texans bounce back, get the job done 24-17 there at home. Our next game, we got the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Again, Brandon and I are both going to be rolling with the Saints here. Nevertheless, that the Bears added Montez Sweat, a very solid defensive lineman from the Commanders. But I do think that the Saints are a more complete team, more well-rounded team, and at this point, the safer team to pick. So I'm going to go to the New Orleans Saints, 38-24. I think it's a very, very high-scoring game, but I do think that the Saints get the job done. Our next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings traveling to the peach state of Georgia to take on the Atlanta Falcons. We are both going with the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, Atlanta Falcons now turning to Taylor Heineke. Yeah, Taylor Heineke will now be taking over at quarterback for Desmond Ridder. It's about time. It's about time. Desmond Ridder, yeah, great. I think he's injured anyways, but it's about time. So Taylor Heineke coming in at quarterback there against the newly led Joshua Dobbs Minnesota Vikings. And I think in his first game, on short weeks of practice, I'm going Taylor Heineke getting the job done there in Minnesota, at home, 24-17 again, another 24-17. Falcons getting the job done there at home. Our next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to the Wisconsin city of Green Bay to take on the Green Bay Packers. This is where we differ. Brandon going with the Packers, the rookie-led quarterback Packers. We'll see what happens. I'm going with the Rams. I think the Rams going to Lambeau, and I think that defense feasts. I think that defense absolutely munches on the Green Bay Packers. So I'm going to go Rams getting the job done, 27-17 there in Lambeau. Our last game of the morning, we have the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots. Again, we differ. Brandon going with the Commanders. I will be taking the Patriots because the Commanders traded away their defense. No Chase Young, no Montez Sweat. Who's going to rush the quarterback? I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see if the team can be elevated by that. But my guess is Mac Jones might actually have a decent game at home against the Commanders. So I'm going New England Patriots, 21-14. Getting the job done there at home. Moving on to our afternoon games. We only got 3 of them this week. We got the Indianapolis Colts at the Carolina Panthers, the New York Giants at the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's start it off. Indianapolis Colts at Carolina Panthers. Both of us are going with the Colts. Pretty plain and simple. Panthers only won 1 game. Colts not much better, but Colts getting the job done there on the road. I'm going to say a little high-scoring game. I'm going 32-22. 32-22. Colts get the job done. Our next game, we got the New York Football Giants traveling to the to the Josh McDaniels list. Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, man, that sounds good. The new Raiders, new look of the Raiders, new interim head coach, new quarterback. They're turning it over. What are they going to do? Brandon and I think that is exactly what the team needs to energize them, fire them up, and get them ready to go for the rest of the season. So we both got the Raiders winning, and I think the Raiders win. I think the Raiders win, and I think what I mean by that is I think they win. So I'm going 28-14. Raiders handling business there at home. Our last game is the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas Cowboys played spoiler last year, spoiled the Eagles' first, their perfect record. So do they do it again? No. Eagles get the job done, handling business against Dallas. I'm going 24-20, though. I do think it's a very close game. I do think, though, that the Eagles get lucky enough and pull it out. Our night game, baby. It's a rematch of the Fiasco. It's the rematch of the Fiasco on Monday night, week 17 last year. We got the Buffalo Bills traveling to Paycor Stadium, to the jungle, to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And we don't have one guaranteed victory. No. We have a whoop, 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 whoop. We got a double guaranteed victory. But guys, which way are you guys leaning? Bengals, baby. Bengals, baby. Oh, man, I'm ready. I'm fired up. It's go time. It is go time. Joey and that offense and that team is ready to go, so let's get it going. Bengals handle business against the Buffalo Bills, 34-17, dominating the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night. 34-17, Bengals get the job done in a double guaranteed victory. And our last game, I'll be honest, when the injury happened, I was very upset that we were going to be subjected to 5 primetime games, but the boy's holding tough. The boy is holding tough. We got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the New Jersey Jets. He's going Chargers. I'm going with my Z Willie, my limousine riding, champagne drinking, cigar smoking, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, Z Willie. Zach Wilson getting the job done there on Monday night against the Chargers. And if it's a Z Willie game, you know it's going to be low scoring. So we got the Chargers getting held. 24-17. Jets get the job done at home. Our teams on bye this week, we got the Denver Donkeys, the Detroit Motor City Lions, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's going to do it for this Picks edition of Meet on the 50. It's that easy. It is just that easy. Just that easy. And if at any point during the video you like what you saw, do me a favor and just smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, just tap on that bell notification. That way, anytime new videos drop, you're right there to consume the content, because we're going to be dropping content for you all season long. That'll do it. That'll do it for this edition of Meet on the 50. I am one half of the Sports Guys. My name is Jacob Cutler. My partner, my co-host, one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan, will be joining us next week for the review episode, for the picks episode. And until then, I'm Jacob Cutler, and I'm out.